I'm standing at the venue entrance, 40 minutes before my own wedding ceremony, and my cousin Diane is blocking the door telling me she's bringing someone I've never met, and I need to just make it work. Okay, so my fiance and I spent 14 months planning this wedding. Venue cap, 80 people. Every single seat assigned, every plate paid for, every centerpiece accounted for. We sent invitations 6 months out. RSVP deadline was 8 weeks before the date. Diane, my mom's side, we've been close since we were kids, she confirmed for one. Just her. Fine, great, we love Diane. She's on the seating chart, she has her meal selected, everything is set. And then I'm standing outside the venue in my dress, bouquet in hand, photographer circling, and here comes Diane rolling up with some guy I have never seen in my life. Big smile. Zero apology. And she goes, "Oh, I meant to tell you I'm seeing someone now, so I brought him. You have room, right?" No, seriously. That's word for word what she said. I take a breath. I genuinely try to stay calm because, wedding day, you know? I don't want a scene. I tell her as nicely as I can, "Diane, I'm so happy you're seeing someone, but we're at capacity. Every seat is spoken for." And she waves her hand like I'm being dramatic. She goes, "It's one person, just squeeze in a chair. Like the venue is my living room and I can just drag something over from the kitchen." I explain again, still nice, that the venue has a legal fire capacity, the catering is prepaid per head, and there is literally no chair to squeeze in. And she tilts her head and says, "Can't someone just not come, like there's always no-shows at weddings?" I wish I was making this up. She wanted me to bank on a no-show, on my wedding day, to seat a stranger. I offer her a real out. I tell her the guy is welcome to wait at the bar across the street, we'll cover his drinks, she can step out and see him after the ceremony. Genuinely trying to meet her halfway here. She stares at me and goes, "That's incredibly rude to him. I'm not going to do that." And now I'm the rude one, got it. So I try again. I tell her, look, if she wants, she can skip the dinner portion, bring him back for the dancing portion when things loosen up, we'll make it work then. Real offer. And she actually scoffs, like audible scoff, and says, "I drove 2 hours for a wedding, not a club night. He comes in or I cause a scene." She said that out loud at my wedding. I cause a scene. And that's where something kind of clicked off in me. I'd offered her 3 outs. 3. She turned down every single one and then threatened me. At my wedding, so I stopped being nice. I looked right at her and said, "Diane, he's not on the list, he's not coming in. And if you cause a scene, you'll be watching the ceremony from the parking lot next to him." And she lost it, full volume, right there at the entrance. "Are you serious right now? We've been family for 30 years and you're going to do this over a chair?" She's gesturing wildly, her voice is going up. The photographer has definitely stopped circling and is just watching. Other arriving guests are slowing down, it's a whole thing. She goes, and I quote, "Your mother's going to hear about this. You're being a bridezilla over nothing." Bridezilla, on my wedding day, for enforcing a headcount she agreed to 8 weeks ago. I didn't yell back, but I didn't soften either. I said, "Then go find my mom. I'll be inside getting married." And I turned around and walked back toward the door. Here's the thing though. My venue coordinator, this absolute legend of a woman named Rosa, had been standing just inside the glass doors the whole time. She'd heard everything. And as Diane started to push past me toward the entrance anyway, Rosa stepped outside, clipboard in hand, calm as anything, and said loudly enough for the 8 guests now standing there watching, "I'm sorry, ma'am. I can't find your +1 on the confirmed guest list. I'm also going to need to see the invitation for the primary guest before I can allow entry." She said it like it was just procedure, just the job. Diane went pale, because Rosa was now blocking the door with a clipboard and a smile, and there was a small audience of very interested wedding guests watching every second of it. Diane dug through her purse, hands shaking a little, found her invitation, solo invitation, one name, and Rosa looked at it, smiled again, and said, "Thank you so much. You're very welcome inside. Your guest will need to wait elsewhere." Then she opened the door for Diane and held it. The guy ended up waiting at the bar across the street, the one I'd already offered to cover. Diane came in alone, sat at her assigned seat, and barely made eye contact with me for the rest of the night. My wedding was beautiful, by the way. But here's what I keep coming back to. When I said she'd be watching from the parking lot, some people at my table thought I went too far, that I should have stayed soft until Rosa stepped in. Honestly, though, what would you have done? Comment below.